Hi, so good to see you. In case you forgot, my name's Miss Frederick. Javi's in my lap. You want to say hi, Javi? Here's Javi. He's my baby, my fur baby. And it's time for us to sing our Hello There song. It's just a good way to get us started, get us comfortable, ready to learn together. My turn first. You repeat after me. Echo singing. You ready? Awesome. Hello there. How are you? It's so good to see you. We'll sing and be happy. We're all here together again. Nice job. All right, let's kick off today's lesson with some large flashcards, letter, keyword, sound, just like we've been doing and just like you did in second grade. But this time we're just going to focus on vowels. Vowels are in pink and they can be kind of tricky because some of them sound kind of similar, but that's okay. It just means we need a little extra practice. My turn first. You echo. Be sure you're doing some kind of movement with it, either the TPR moves your teacher did last year or mine. My turn. E, Pete, E. U, rule, oo. O, octopus, ah. U, up, U, mule, U. E, ed, eh. Are you participating? Awesome. A, apple, ah. A, safe, A. I, itch, eh. Silly. O, home, O. Last one. I, pine, I. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and move on to our learning target. Here we go with our learning target. As I tap the words, I want you to read along. That's choral reading, and we're ready. I can decode words with vowel teams and generate new words by adding suffixes. Everybody say, whew. That's a long learning target today. I'll read it back to you. It says, I can decode words with vowel teams and generate new words by adding suffixes. Let's start by defining these words in boxes. They tell us what we're going to do. The first word is decode. Decode is a fancy way to say read, so I'll draw a book. Quick sketch. Nothing fancy. Okay, we're going to decode or read words that have vowel teams. The word teams has a vowel team in it. EA sometimes says E, like in team. We also have OU. What else? Let me take a peek. OA, like in boat. Let's go in without an O. Let's do EE, like in Jeep. Those are all examples of vowel teams. And then we're going to generate new words, and generate just means make. That is a 2G power word. I have a chant for make. It looks and sounds like this. That's the sign for make. And the chant is M-A-K-E, make, make, make. M-A-K-E, make, make, make. Get some power words or trick words in there too. Why not? Generate or make new words by adding some suffixes. Suffixes can change a word when you add them to the end. Like I have ing that says ing, almost like the sound a bell makes, ing. Like I could go from dance to dancing, or I can add an s, that's a different suffix, like dance to dances. Suffixes go at the end of a word and they change it a little bit. Let's say goodbye to our learning target. I'm going to carefully peel it off. Here we go. Revealing our vowel teams poster. All right, making this just a little bit so you can see better. Okay, and then we're going to practice our vowel teams. Vowel teams can be very tricky, so it's important to practice them a lot, but that's why we're here, right, is to roll our brains and make sure that our learning is very, very strong, super duper strong. Okay, now the first vowel team we have is AI. There's a worm and he is serving as bait. The AI in bait says A. My turn. You're going to repeat after me, just like we do with our letter keyword sounds, but for vowel teams. My turn. AI, bait, A. Again, AI, bait, A. Nice. I'll turn this just a little bit. Maybe that'll help. Haha, it's a little bit better. I'm sorry, it's kind of small. There we go. My computer can only be so close to the poster. All right, moving on to our next vowel team. We finished AI, bait, A. Let's do AY, play, A. Because in the word play, the AY says A. My turn. Repeat after me. AI, play, oops. I just said AI, but this one's AI. This one's AY. I made a mistake, but it is okay to make mistakes. Teachers make them too. It helps us learn, actually. AY, play, A. Your turn. AY, play, A. I'm going to do that one again so that my brain can really remember the learning. Since I made a little mistake, I'm going to practice a little extra. AY, play, A. Nice. Those were our two vowel teams that started with A. Let's move on to the next row, which has E vowel teams. They all start with E. Starting with double E, that would be E. It says E like in Jeep, like the car. Boop, boop. Okay, my turn and you repeat. E, Jeep, E. E, Jeep, E. Nice. The E says E in Jeep. That one's easy. How about our next one? EA. My turn. Repeat after me. EA, eat, E. Again. EA, eat, E. Nice. And our last vowel team that starts with the letter E is EY. My turn. EY, key, E. Again, EY, key, E. Excellent. These vowel teams all started with E, and so does excellent. Moving on to our vowel teams that start with O. My turn. O-I, coin, oi. Again, O-I, coin, oi. Really nice. Next one. My turn. O-Y, boy, oi. O-Y, boy, oi. That was our vowel team starting with O. Moving on, we have some more O ones. These ones are a little bit different. We have O-A, boat, O. O-A, boat, O. We also have O-E, toe, O. Let me hear you. O-E, toe, O. Excellent. And the last one, O-W, snow, O. So this O-W in snow sounds like this whole row, including the word row. It says O, or O-W can say ow like in plow. Let's try that one again. Okay, so we have O-W, snow, O. Sounds like the others. And the different one is O-W, plow, ow. Again, O-W, plow, ow. And here, the snow is being plowed by the truck. So you get both. Isn't that cool? Love this stuff. Okay, moving this down a little bit more. I'm sorry, I had to kind of squeeze in. We have some more O and U and E. Oh my goodness, so many vowel teams. Let's finish up the chart. Starting with this one. O-U, trout, ow. O-U, trout, ow. But OU also says ooh like in soup. Let's do that one now. My turn. OU, soup, ooh. OU, soup, ooh. Nice. Next we have, my turn, O-O, school, ooh. O-O, school, ooh. And I love this one. I think it always sounds kind of French to me. See what you think. O-O, book, You have to kind of round your lips. Does that sound French to you guys, or is it just me? O-O, book, I love it. So good. Next one, my turn. U-E, blue, ooh. U-E, blue, ooh. This one has two sounds though. It also says ooh like in rescue at the end. You hear that ooh? U-E, rescue, ooh. U-E, rescue, ooh. Nice. And then our last one for this row, E-W, chew, ooh. My turn. Again, E-W, chew, ooh. Very nice, last row, here we go. My turn. A-U, August, ah. A-U, August, ah. And our very last one, A-W, saw, ah. Again, A-W, saw, ah. Very nice. We practiced our vowel teams. Let's go ahead and switch it up so we can start adding suffixes to some of these words with vowel teams, just like it said in our learning target. I remember that one of the vowel teams from the vowel team poster we just reviewed was A-Y. Take a second to think. Tell your brain, what does the A-Y vowel team say? And let's say it together. A. A-Y says A. Kind of like in this word. This one's from the poster too. What word did I just write? Ooh, A. Play. It's got the A-Y vowel team. And now that we have our A-Y vowel team word, we're ready to go ahead and add a suffix. That's the title of this board, is vowel team words. Check, got that. And suffixes. Okay, remember suffixes go at the end of the word, change it a little bit. And I think the first suffix, I'll model the first one, should be plays. She plays outside. Javi plays with his toys. The suffix is just S. It changes play to plays. What's another way we could change the AY vowel team word play? By adding a suffix. If you can think of a different AY or play word with a suffix on it, whisper it to the sky. I bet a lot of you are thinking about the suffix that sounds like a bell. Ing. What word did I make? Playing, playing, playing. That's another way to change the word play by adding a suffix. This time it was the ing suffix. Let's do another. One way that is really helpful for me to generate or make some more words with suffixes is to say the ones I've already thought of. Kind of get a running start. Let's do that now. Plays, playing, plays, playing. Were you able to think of another suffix to add to play? What if it was this one? E-R. Some of you may not be familiar with this one. The suffix is E-R. It says er. So the word is play-er. Player. Player. Like maybe some of you, when you grow up, you want to be a soccer, or football, or baseball player. The ER suffix usually means that this word, it becomes the word to mean that someone who does that thing. So if you're a singer, you're someone who sings. If you're a player, you're someone who plays. I can think of one more suffix we could add to play. Well, let me see if you guys can get it. Plays, playing, player. What suffix would I add to make it happen in the past? A long time ago. I played with my brother when I was a child. To make this word say played, I'll add the ED suffix. Played, played. I played with my brother. What about one more suffix we could add to play to this AY vowel team word? I'm thinking of one that is less common, and it looks like this. Play, F-U-L is my suffix. Now, F-U-L, that suffix says full. Playful, playful, playful. Gosh, look at how many times we change the word play, an AY vowel team word, just by adding suffixes, adding something to the end of the word. Plays, playing, player, played, playful. That's 5. 5 ways we change the word play by adding a suffix. I'm going to snap my fingers and the word's going to become super duper clean. You ready? Look at that. Super duper clean, like I told you. Little bit of TV magic right there. Thank you so much, incoming 3rd graders, for watching this video, whether on your TV, on your computer, on your phone. We practiced vowel teams, or we reviewed vowels first, then we practiced vowel teams, and we even came up with some ways to change vowel team words. This time it was AY for A, like in play, by adding suffixes to the end. I'll see you tomorrow. And in the meantime, I want you to see where you can find suffixes in real life. Now, in your books, on one page, maybe you have a chapter book, I think you could find at least 5 or 10 suffixes on one page. There are so many suffixes. Be a suffix detective and see how many you can find. In the meantime, keep reading, and I will see you tomorrow. Turns out we have time for a super quick guitar song. Let's do it. You might know this one. Down by the bay, where the watermelons grow, back to my home, I dare not go, for if I do, my teacher would say, have you ever seen a bear combing his hair? Down by the bay, where the watermelons grow, back to my home, I dare not go, for if I do, my teacher would say, have you ever seen a cat selling some hats? Down by the bay, where the watermelons grow, back to my home, I dare not go, for if I do, my teacher would say, have you ever seen a frog sitting on a log? Maybe. Down by the bay. Bye, friends.
Our 3rd day in. So you're going to need the same materials, writing utensil, piece of paper, marker, whiteboard if you have one. whatever you can use today, please go take some time and go get that ready. All right, hopefully you're back and you're ready to go. So let's go ahead and look at our learning target. Actually, before we look at our learning target, this week so far, we have focused on counting on, making a 10, and another big one is fact families, and that's what we're going to be focusing on today. So our learning target today says, I will be able to use fact families to solve number bonds, which is the same as saying equation. I always like to ask something that you're wondering or that you know. Well, I'm going to go ahead and do those, right? So fact families, we're going to talk more about here in a minute. But to solve is you work through the problem and you get to the answer, right? You get to that equal sign. You're solving for this, right? And then a number bond, just in case you kind of forgot, those are the ones that have little boxes and then 2 boxes on the bottom. Usually this is what it would equal, so it could be like 16, and it would equal like 12 and 4, because those two together equal 16. So we're going to be focusing on fact families and to be able to solve them for number bonds. All right, let's get started. So today, our warm-up, I want you guys to make an equation, two addition equations and 2 subtraction equations for these numbers. So again, you are going to make 2 addition equations, so adding, and 2 subtraction equations, so taking away, using only these 3 numbers, using only 8, 6, and 2. So I want you to go ahead and do that right now. I want you on your own piece of paper to solve or to create 2 addition problems and 2 subtraction problems using only these 3 numbers. I'm going to give you some time to go ahead and do that. You may start. Just a couple more seconds left. All right, friends, you can look up this way. So you were supposed to make 2 addition problems and 2 subtraction problems only using these numbers. So let's go ahead and do that right now. Let's start with the addition problem. So I know that I can't say 8 plus 6 is going to equal 2 because that's impossible, right? 8 is that bigger number. So I know that this 8 is going to probably always go after the equal sign, which now means that I can put 6 here and 2 here, and that equals 8. 6 plus 2 does equal 8. Now I asked for 2, right? So this is one way. Again, I know I can't move that 8 over because that won't work. Because even if I did this, 8 plus 2, that's not going to equal 6. 8 is bigger than 6. It's not going to equal that number. So 8 still stays on this equal part. I can just switch the 2 and the 6, just like our switch that we talked about yesterday. Okay, so then our next thing was, well, subtraction, right? Well, 2 take away 6, you can't do that, and it definitely wouldn't equal 8. So if I did 8 take away 6, that's going to equal 2. That's correct. Now, can I go 8 take away 2 equals 6? Yes, that is something I can do. So something you can know, a little trick, is when you have a subtraction, you have 3 numbers that you're working with. The bigger number on the subtraction can never be after the equal sign. And then when you're doing addition, the bigger number is always going to be after the equal sign. Just a little tricks I taught my kids in 2nd grade this year. So, all right, let's go ahead and get started because we are going to be working on fact families. And what you guys just did was a fact family. Fact family means when you have 3 numbers, they're always going to work together. They are a family. They work together. So our numbers that we just worked with was 6, 8, and 2. They're a family. They always work together if it was adding or subtracting. So we're going to do the same thing today. We're going to go through some number bonds, and we're going to solve their fact family. We're going to figure out their family. So right now, here's a number bond. We have 12. We have 9. But we're missing a number. So first we have to solve that. Now, I'm going to give you a second to think about some ways that you can go ahead and solve for this missing number to find this fact family. It could be, oh, Miss Wagner, I already know what that number is because I already know that fact family. Or you might have to use one of your strategies, such as a number line, counting on, counting back. I'm going to give you some time to think about it. What could you do? Okay, so I kind of just did my own way of what I think. I'm going to go ahead and pull out my handy dandy number line, and we're going to go ahead and use this to solve for our missing fact family, our missing number for our family. So we can do different ways, right? We know that they're all going to work together. So we can either start at 9 and go to 12 and try to figure out that number, or we come from 12 and we go to 9. We're not going to add them together because we're just trying to, we know that 12 is already that bigger number. Nothing's going to be bigger than 12 because it's on the top. He's sitting on the top. He's the biggest number. We're not going to go past that point. We're not going to go past 12. So we have to find between that. So we can start at 12 and go down. We go 1, 2, 3. And it would be the same way going up, right? 1, 2, 3. So it looks like that missing number is 3. So I'm going to put 3 right in here. Move my handy dandy number line down. Now I want you to take this fact family and again make 2 addition problems using these 3 numbers and 2 subtraction problems using these 3 numbers. Same thing you just did. Now that you know what a fact family is, using these 3 numbers to create your 2 addition problems and your 2 subtraction problems. Go ahead and go and do that. Okay, friends. So, because of time, I have to get going, right? So, I asked you to go ahead and create 2 addition and 2 subtraction problems using those 3 numbers. Now, Ms. Wagner kind of gave you a trick in the beginning, right? If we're doing addition, what did I say that's always going to go at the end? Right, the bigger number, which is 12. So now I just get to mess with these 2 numbers. So I can go 9 plus 3 equals 12, which is correct. Or I just switch them around and I go 3 plus 9 equals 12. So there's my 2 addition problems. Let me go ahead and write them smaller. Put this right up here at the corner so we can still see it. And I'll write this smaller so we have it right here. 3 plus 9 equals 12. 9 plus 3 equals 12. Okay, so now we have to do our subtraction, right? And what was my trick with subtraction in fact families? Am I going to put my bigger number at the end again? No, he's the bigger number. He now is going to go in the front. Let me go ahead and do this in a different color so we can still see it. He's the bigger guy, so he's going to go in the front. Okay, because nothing's bigger than him and we can't take away from all those other numbers. We're only going to take away from the big guy. So now we're going to go 12 minus, pick one of the numbers, 3 equals 9. That's correct. And then 12 minus 9 equals 3, right? We cannot do like 9 minus 12. You cannot take 12 away from 9. So that's why we say the big guy, when we're minusing, he always goes in the front because he's the biggest number that we can take both of those numbers away from. We cannot take any of these other numbers. We can't take 12. It can't be reversed like right here. Okay? All right, so let's try that again. And now hopefully this is going to be in your head. You're always going to remember this fact family anytime you see these numbers. Remember, they always work together. All right, so let's go ahead and do another one. Here is our next fact family. 13, which you can see, he's the top guy, so that means he's the bigger number, 6, and we need to find the other number. We got to complete our number bond. Now, I want you to think about some ways that you can complete that number bond. Again, this is what's based off of you. You can be like, oh, Miss Wagner, I already know. Or you might do on your counting on skills or use a number line, whatever works for you. 10 frame, all these skills that we've been practicing. Go ahead and do that. All right, friends, I'm going to go ahead and use again my handy dandy number line that I already have ready. And I'm going to do the same thing. Again, 13, he's the biggest number. Like we can see, he's on top. He's running things. He's the biggest number. We cannot go past him. Nothing will happen past him. And nothing's going to happen past the other number we know. It's going to be in between here. So we have to figure out what is between there. So we can start 13 and go down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We can do the opposite way too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Either way we get it, we get the number 7. So now we know 13, 6, and 7 are a fact family. They're always going to work together when you see those 3 numbers together. So, same job. It's now your job to write 2 addition equations using these 3 numbers and 2 subtraction equations using these 3 numbers. Go ahead and do that. Okay, friends, hopefully you have some of them down. Let's go ahead and do them together. Again, Miss Wagner taught you a trick. When you have this big number, the big guy, and you're doing addition for your fact families, where is he going to go? At the end. So that means that I'm just going to put one of these numbers in, 6 and 7, and then I can switch them. 7 plus 6 equals 13, right? That works together. It all makes sense. Nothing's wacky. Now, again, we said something about the big guy when we're subtracting. Where does the big guy go when we subtract? He goes at the beginning because he's what we can take all those numbers away from, right? We can take 6 away from 13 and we can get 7. We put 13 again and we can take 7 away and get 6. That is what makes sense. You can always, always, always double check by grabbing out a number line and doing it that way, or doing your counting on, making a 10, seeing the different patterns, whatever works best for you, whatever strategy works best for you. But when you're adding, the bigger guy always goes at the end. And when you're subtracting in fact families, the little guy always goes at the beginning. So hopefully we will now always have that 13, 6, and 7 is a fact family. 12, 9, and 3 is a fact family. And also don't forget what you did at the beginning. 8, 6, and 2 are also a fact family. So hopefully those are now in your head and locked in for any other time you ever see them. All right, friends, that is coming to the end of our session. I'm going to give you some quick numbers that you can go ahead and use for your practice. 8, 4, and 12. Go ahead and write those down. 9, 6, and 15. Go ahead and write those down. Those are the two. Practice your fact families, 2 addition, 2 subtraction equations. Thank you, friends. See you tomorrow.
Hola, les saluda Mrs. Mares y vamos a seguir practicando nuestras actividades de matemáticas juntos. El día de hoy vas a ocupar los 2 mismos materiales que hemos estado usando esta semana. Si tienes un papel en blanco o un papel de cuaderno, lo puedes ocupar, o cualquier cosa que tengas para escribir, un lápiz, un bolígrafo, un lapicero, o si tienes un marcador, un color, lo que tú tengas para escribir, lo puedes usar. Mientras tienes tus materiales, vamos a pensar y vamos a leer el objetivo que vamos a estar usando el día de hoy. Hoy vamos a seguir sumando y restando. Acuérdate que suma quiere decir que lo pongo todo junto, y el restar quiere decir que voy a quitar lo que ya algo que ya tengo, el total que ya tengo, le voy a quitar un número para ver qué me queda. Entonces vamos a sumar y restar hasta 20, pero hoy en día vamos a usar las familias de operación. Eso quiere decir 3 números que podemos usar para hacer una suma y una resta usando solo esos mismos 3 números. Eso se llama familias de operación, porque como una familia se quedan juntos y puedes sumar y puedes restar usando esos mismos 3 números. Para comenzar, vamos a pensar, ¿qué puedo hacer con 3 números si puedo hacer 2 sumas y 2 restas con estos números. Los números que tienes para hoy los puedes escribir en tu papel. Es el número 2, el 6 y el 8. Entonces pensemos, ¿cómo puedo usar esos tres números para hacer dos ecuaciones de suma y dos ecuaciones de resta? Tendría un número más un número es igual al total. Un número más otro número es igual al total. Un número menos un número me da un nuevo total. Un total o un número menos un número me da otro total. Entonces vamos a pensar, ¿puedo hacer sumas y restas con estos números? Pensemos, si sé que tengo el 2, el 6 y el 8, cuando estoy haciendo una suma, el número más grande va a ser el total. Entonces, el 8 va a estar al final. ¿Qué dos números puedo usar de estos tres para que me dé 8? ¿Cuáles puedo sumar para que me dé 8? Tengo el 6 y el 2. ¿Puedo comenzar con el 2? 2 más, ¿qué número me da 8? Pues aquí tengo el 6. 2 más 6, 6, 7, 8. Me da 8. Puedo poner 2 más 6 es igual a 8. Ahora que ya usé el 2 primero, puedo usarlo de diferente manera. Puedo usar el 6 primero y sumarle 2. Y voy a tener el mismo resultado que es 8. Usé los tres números que tengo aquí arriba, pero los puse en una suma. Ahora vamos a hacer lo mismo para una resta. Para la resta, para quitar, tenemos que comenzar con el número más grande. Vamos a comenzar con el número 8. Y a 8 le vamos a quitar el 6 o el 2. Yo voy a escoger el 2. 8 menos 2. Si cuento hacia atrás, 2 veces 7, 6, mi resultado va a ser 6. Usé el 8, usé el 2 y usé el 6. Para la última resta, vamos a comenzar otra vez con el 8, pero ahora, en vez de quitar el 2, ¿qué número podemos quitar? Podemos quitar el número 6. Y si quito el número 6, ¿cuántos me quedan? 2. Entonces puedo usar 8 menos 6 es igual a 2. Y así es como se usa los tres números, lo que dijimos familias de operaciones, para hacer dos sumas y dos restas. Hoy vamos a ocupar lo que hemos practicado juntos para poder resolver sumas y restas hasta 20 usando las familias de operaciones. Vamos a comenzar con una primera ecuación. Puedes escribirlo en tu papel para acompañarme y hacer esta ecuación conmigo. Nuestra primera ecuación es 15 menos 9 es igual a, escribe tu ecuación en tu papel. 15 menos 9 es igual a. Voy a hacer mi familia de operaciones. Yo sé que tengo que ocupar tres números para poder hacer mi familia de operaciones. Aquí solo tengo 2. Me falta un número más. Entonces vamos a escribir abajo las dos ecuaciones de suma y dos ecuaciones de resta. Y mis dos ecuaciones de resta. Entonces vamos a usar los números que tenemos. Yo sé que tengo el número 15, es el más grande, es mi total, entonces lo voy a poner arriba, porque 9 y el otro número que falta van a ser parte de la familia, pero van a ayudar a que llegue a 15. Entonces sé que tengo 9, pero todavía no sé qué número me falta. Voy a poner aquí en mis ecuaciones, si sé que el número 15 tiene que ser mi total cuando hago la suma, va a ir al final. Pero en una resta, mi número 15 va a ir al principio porque le tengo que quitar lo que pueda al número más grande. Ahora, yo sé que tengo el número 9. Entonces, voy a poner el 9. Por ejemplo, esta ecuación va a dar con la ecuación que tengo aquí arriba. Pero el número 9 acá no lo puedo usar en este mismo lugar, pero puede ser una de mis respuestas. Así como lo hicimos al principio, podemos usarlo menos 15 o puede ser nuestra respuesta. El número 9 en nuestras sumas va a ir al principio o va a ser el número que va a ir después para en la suma. Entonces todavía tenemos que ver 15 menos 9, ¿qué me va a dar? ¿Qué resultado va a ser? Puedo usar sumas si se me hace más fácil. Puedo contar hacia adelante. Puedo decir, tengo 9 y le tengo que agregar cuánto más para llegar a 15. Si tengo 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 y le agrego cuánto más para llegar a 15. Voy a contar hacia adelante hasta que llegue a 15. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Vamos a ver cuánto le agregamos. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ahora sé que le agregamos 6 al 9 para poder llegar a 15. Entonces, puedo agregar el 6 ahí. Ahora sé que el número que me faltaba era 6. Y puedo así completar todas mis sumas y mis restas. 9 más 6, 9 más 6 es igual a 15. 6 más 9 también es igual a 15. 15 menos 9 es igual a 6, porque 15 le quito 9, me queda 6. Y ahora si le quito 6 a 15, me va a quedar 9. Entonces puedo ver cómo lo tengo ahí arriba. 15 menos 9, ¿cuál va a ser mi respuesta? Es el número 6. 15 menos 9 es igual a 6. Y yo sé eso porque puedo usar 15 menos 9 y me queda el número 6. Así es como puedo usar nuestras familias de operaciones para restar. Vamos a hacer una más, pero vamos a sumar esta vez. Lo puedes hacer en la parte de atrás de tu papel. Nuestra ecuación va a ser 6 más 7 es igual a, vamos a dibujar nuestra familia de operaciones. El número 6 y el número 7 ya están en la familia, pero nos falta encontrar el total, porque necesitamos el número más grande arriba. Si nos vamos a nuestra resta, los números que sumamos, 9 y 6, 9 y 6, 9 y 6, iban en la parte de abajo porque necesitábamos nuestro total. Entonces, en nuestra familia de operaciones tenemos el 6 y el 7. Ahora ya tenemos una suma, pero nos faltan otra suma más y dos restas más. Lo vamos a hacer como lo hicimos cuando restamos hace un momento. Voy a poner mis ecuaciones para poder poner los números que necesito. Entonces yo sé que en mis sumas puedo escribir 6 más 7 o 7 más 6 y me van a dar el mismo resultado. Ahora, porque tengo restas, pero no tengo el resultado, mi primer número va a estar en blanco hasta que podamos saber cuál es nuestro resultado. Voy a ocupar 7 aquí y el 6 acá, porque este número menos 7 me va a dar 6. Y el total menos 6 me va a dar 7. Ahora tenemos que encontrar cuánto es 6 más 7. Puedo contar hacia adelante, como lo hemos practicado. También puedo hacer un 10, porque sé que 3 más 3 es igual a 6, o le puedo dar 3 a 7, y eso me va a dar un 10. Y también puedo hacer dibujos si lo necesito. Esta vez voy a usar hacer un 10. Yo sé que 3 más 3 me va a dar 6. Entonces, 7 más 3 me va a dar 10. Y si ya tengo un 10, más 3 más, mi respuesta es 13. Entonces ahora mi total va a ser 13. Y podemos ver las ecuaciones de abajo si es cierto que es 13 nuestro resultado. 6 más 7, ya lo vimos, es 13. 7 más 6 es 13. Ahora tengo mi total, 13 menos 7 es igual a 6. Y ahora tengo mi total en este aquí abajo, 13 menos 7 es igual, 13 menos 6 es igual a 7. Así es como podemos ocupar nuestras familias de operaciones para ayudarnos a saber qué número nos falta. Y así también podemos hacer 2 sumas más y 2 restas más. Nuestro objetivo de hoy era poder sumar y restar hasta 20 usando las familias de operaciones. Hoy en tu casa puedes intentar y puedes hacer las operaciones, las familias de operaciones para los siguientes números. Toma tu papel y tu lápiz y vamos a escribir los números para que tú los puedas practicar. Tú suma el día de hoy y lo que puedes practicar es hacer una familia de operación con los números 7 más 9 es igual a ¿qué número? Y tu resta el día de hoy puedes ocupar esto para hacerlo y practicarlo. 11 menos 8 es igual a. Haz tu familia de operaciones para que te ayude. Puedes ocupar cualquiera de las estrategias que hemos practicado en estos días, pero también practica tu familias de operaciones. Tu suma otra vez, 7 más 9 es igual a ¿qué número? Y 11 menos 8 es igual a ¿qué número? Gracias por acompañarme hoy en esta actividad y en esta lección. Nos veremos mañana para poder practicar más matemática.